Hi, Adventure Jim here. March 3rd, 46 degrees. I am here at Chetco Point Park in Brookings, Oregon. Just about zero point 0.3 miles south of Fred Meyer's. Turn right on Wharf Street. You'll go past the the Bi-Mart on Wharf Street, and you'll go 0.4 miles. It turns and it comes to the park at 0.4 miles, and the park wraps around the city of Brookings wastewater treatment plant. This is the treatment plant, and the park goes around. This is my car, and this sign says the Chetco Point parking area. So let's take this. It's not really a trail, it's a park, paved path. So check this out. I've always driven by on the 101 and seen the sign, but never did this until now. And it's a pretty interesting park. Pets are allowed. So if you have a pet, you can bring them. Dog on a leash, cat on a leash, a bird on a leash, maybe a Bigfoot on a leash. But you can, as long as you have a leash. But this is the park right here. This is part of the park anyway. A couple of picnic benches here and there. Birds walking around because they decided not to fly. But here's this beach here. A couple of islands here that looks like you can climb up if you have the ability to. But look at that view there. It's an amazing view. Chetco Point Park in Brookings, Oregon. So let's go to the rest of the park. We'll be going that way. You see, as I said before, it goes around the wastewater plant. And I'm guessing they have these things here because it's uneven pavement on this side of the path. Look at that view. There's a bench right here. You can sit and watch the view. Oh, well, you can get down there. It's rocky, but you can get down there on that beach. Let's continue on. up here, up in this way, they have a little restroom. I was here yesterday or the day before, and it was locked up. I guess because they don't want people sleeping in there or something. And there's a dog park here for small and big dogs. And there's a dog right there. So there's the restroom. It's locked up. There's big dogs playing. There's a dog peeing. And there's the section for the small dogs, I guess. So let's go back down and continue on the pathway. Okay. It's a nice little park behind the water plant. Got another picnic table coming up here. And it looks like they got a little roadway here for the maintenance trucks to come in and maintain the park a little bit as much as they can. And here's this picnic bench. It's 46 degrees here. Pretty chilly, but I guess in warmer weather you can sit here and have something to eat or do whatever you do at picnic tables. There go some seagulls. And do you know why they call them seagulls? Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be bagels. I'm not even a dad. Well, look at that view. It's awesome. We'll go on this side a little bit. And it looks like there's a plaque here. Pete Happ Trail. This trail is dedicated to the memory of Peter Joseph Happ by his daughter Layla Happ Wagner. Be careful going up the edges of cliffs, like right here. Look at those waves. Woo! Let's continue on. Looks like it might be low tide right now. And when it comes to high tide, all those rocks that that I've shown you will be gone under the water. There, you see. And the path I just came up to, says no bikes. Yeah, right there. No bikes. It's got a little bit of, it's got quite an uphill right here. So you gotta have good strong legs to walk up here. There's a little pathway right here to go up, and I'll show you that in a bit. But let's go the main path for now. Oh, look at this view right here. Little side note path. Kind of an odd tree. Odd shaped tree right here. If you're brave enough, you could probably sit on the branch. Watch the view. Listen to the waves coming in. Watch the tide come in. Watch those waves crash on the rocks and splash as high as they could go. Let's continue on the path. Oh, there's a bridge. We're coming up to a bridge. It's like a nice bridge. Strongly built, firm built. There's the other side. And we'll continue on the path. Oh, there's some kind of sculpture here. And it looks like it splits off, but it might be like a loop. A loop that goes around. There's a bench here. You can sit and watch these waves. Look at that view. And yeah, it looks like it's kind of weird. I don't see no plaque or anything that explains what it is, when it was structured, who it's dedicated to, why it's here. But it kind of looks like a time portal or dimension door. Something from the old Star Trek, the original series, The Menagerie. Weird. Apparently it might be Indian because there's Indian land here in Brookings, Oregon. Let's continue around the loop. There's another couple of benches coming up. Look at that. Looks like you can go down that way, but I'm not going to do that today. Look at those rocks. Oh, there goes some birds. Or a bird. Look at this view. This is awesome. You almost have like a 360-degree view of the ocean. Look at that. Awesome. And there's the park right here. That's the plant where the smoke is coming from. The water plant. The wastewater plant. Look at that. That water also looks very, very freaking cold. Let's continue on the path. There's the other bench you can sit on, watch the view. See the view from this bench. And you'll be looking out that way, down the rocks a little bit. can go down this way a little bit if you want. But again, I'm not going to do that. Maybe just a little bit. Watch your step if you go down these ways. Interesting. Very interesting here. Wow, there's a lot of waves today. That looks interesting right there. I wonder what that is. Treasure chest, maybe? I don't know. Huh. That looks like rock, though. The more I look at it, it just looks like a box of some kind. As Spock would say, fascinating. Okay, let's go back up, continuing the pathway. Here's the other side of that sculpture. See how it looks like maybe some kind of doorway with an eye on top? Maybe dedicated to Pete Happ. That plaque we saw earlier. Let's continue on the path. Or we could, another side trip right here. Look at that. Awesome. Look how the water goes out. And then that comes in. Then we go on this side. Look at that view. Come up this way. And this is the end of the side trip here. Is right here. And another awesome view. Yeah, look at that. Look at how cold that water looks. Those waves are nasty looking. Ooh, look at that. Woo, look at that. I could probably stand here for hours watching this section. Smashing up against the rocks. Yeah, look at that. Woo! Here comes another one. Look at that. Woo! Look at that spray. That's awesome. Okay, let's go back. You could watch the video over and over if you want. See over here, there's the bridge that we crossed, and we're going to cross it again as we go around. Make our way back to the car. It looks like there's a little pathway here somebody made. Looks like maybe somebody made a makeshift hideaway. And yes, it did go around in a loop. And there's a plane there coming over. Going back across the bridge. And we'll make another side trip to see what this other section is like. People, you take your dogs to parks. Pick up their poop. I'm gonna take it, but I won't carry it. And this looks like a little pathway right here, maybe. Little ways, maybe not. It looks like somebody speaking about trash too, dude. People, come on, keep your parks clean. For other people to enjoy. That's my PSA for now. Well, not much of a little pathway here. It looks like a little upway section here. A little side trip. What's over here? Adventure Gym, exploring the park. Going through the wilderness. I think I hear Tarzan. Johnny Weissmuller Tarzan. Oh, look at this little pathway here. Out into this view. Go back. Go back. Da 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 da. Oh look, there's some shells right here. Look at this, it looks like a window. Open the window. Open the window and look at this view. And if you look that way, you can see that structure off in the distance. Sculpture. And let's go back around. There's another interesting. You could probably climb that tree there. It's another interesting view. Watch your step. Be careful on the edges. On the cliffs. It's like another little pathway right here. Apparently short pathway. Goes that way a little bit. Yeah, look at this, man. Come on, people. This is really bad. Sorry about that, man. Let's go this way. Here. See what it leads to. Oh, goes back around to where I just was. Okay, where does this one lead to? To the right. Watch your step in this section. There's another little pathway. Oh, looks like a little hangout spot maybe for the kids or some homeless person. Okay. Another pathway going back down to the main path. Watch your step for roots. Quite a little bit of a downhill. Okay, back on the main pathway, going back to the park entrance. It's a little bit of a downhill, actually quite a bit of a downhill. And right here, there's people down at the beach there. Couple of kids. They made their way down, exploring the rocks. Well, I say a couple of kids. Looks like a couple of kids to me. It could be adults. And then there was this split here that you could take, and it goes down to this side of the beach. Chetco Point 194, general warnings. Beware of rip currents, of course. Use caution on rocks and jetties, yes. Beware of incoming tides, yes. Watch for sneaker waves, oh, definitely. Stay off logs. Beware of unstable cliffs. No driftwood, fireworks, climbing, digging on cliffs. Do not feed wildlife. Do not disturb marine mammals. No ATVs, OH vehicles. And no littering. Well, apparently on that one, people don't listen. And this pathway leads down to the beach. Which, sorry about that, my hand got in the way. This pathway leads down to the beach, but which is almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Quarter to 5. And I should be getting home, but this will be another day. Maybe part 2 of Chetco Point Beach coming up. It looks like they have there's railings here. Those are rails, like train trestles or something. Plus with a lot of rocks, I gotta work tomorrow. A lot of rocks here, so I don't want to be twisting my ankle and getting injured. Maybe on this side though. It's not too rocky. Just this main part right here. But like I said, we'll do that another day. Heading back to the car. And Chetco Point Park in Brookings, Oregon. Last view. Going slightly uphill. Back to the car. And there you have it. Chetco Point Park in Brookings, Oregon. It's a coastal park around by the wastewater plant. Goes around back behind there and is the park. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave any comments on if I talk too much, don't talk enough, don't have enough info, if I don't show enough of the scenery, if I show too much of me. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, and we'll talk to you soon. Hope you had a good time with this video. Adventure Jim out.